Welcome back to Worms and Warriors. You're joining us for Grand Tactician The Civil War. This is our 1862 campaign and we're heading into episode 3. If you missed the previous 2 episodes, why not head back and check them out to see what you've missed. So as you can see here, we are joining the Battle of Williamsburg for day 2. We're setting off exactly where we left off in the previous episode. McClellan's got his men in a bit of a mess here, but Sumner's Corps has attacked us on our left flank, which thankfully we managed to repel. We've built up a little defense here. We've got Hughie's Corps mostly on the left flank, and they're going to hold this for us, or at least try to. Backed up by quite a lot of artillery. Winder's artillery battery here with 24 guns, various other pieces. Hughie, I don't know if that's Hughie as well. Is Frank Hughie maybe Benjamin Hughie's brother or son or something? I don't know, but anyway, they're here. What else we got happening? The right flank we're holding here, and I've put some troops further down to the side here with a view of pushing forward and hitting these guys in the flank and hopefully sending them running. On the line, we've got all sorts going on here. We've got Elsie's brigade is going to be the focal point, armed with Enfield rifles. They're backed up with fresh-ish troops from Trimble. Reasonably fresh guys under Blanchard. There's only 462 of them, though. They've come from Hughie's division. I've placed them over on the right flank here. We also have Rhodes' brigade, which has seen some action, and Rhodes himself is wounded, but they've only lost 87 men. I think it might be okay. And also we have Richard Taylor, who took a bit of a beating in the first day, but they are going to press in here, only armed with mixed muskets. And then on the far flank, we've got dismounted cavalry under Fitzhugh Lee. These boys are going to push in as well with their Merrill carbines, hopefully cause some havoc there. I've left a bunch of troops up here on our sort of centre left. And then to the far left flank, we've got a couple of brigades, just in case anything comes from this way. So that's the situation. That's where we are. I feel like it's turned in our favour. We're sitting on a minor victory still. Let's just have a quick look at what's happening here in terms of losses just before we start. 7,974 for us. That's pretty bad. 13,000 for the enemy. That's pretty bad. 2,000 of our men have already left the field fleeing. 22 of theirs have. So it's looking okay for us. Morale, they're still on 47. We're on 69.3. We've suffered a few routs. They've suffered a few routs. It is what it is. A few of our routed units are still on the field, but I doubt they're going to reform Benning here. They've suffered 1,000 casualties. That's a lot of casualties for these boys. For the 17th Georgia there. Munford, the cavalry, they did actually a decent job, but they've lost 170 men, only 237 effectives. We've got someone up here, Kemper, is it? Yeah, Kemper broke as well, Royal Black Watch. But again, they've like almost 50% casualty. So you can see why these guys have withdrawn. We've got some guns here on the line under Kemper. Then we've got Kershaw's brigade, Jenkins' brigade. I say Kershaw's brigade, the Port Royal Corsairs. So lots of viewer units involved in this combat. Again, here another one, Georgia Frontiersmen, doing a really nice job. These guys on the SEMS actually on our centre left here. William Terry with his brigade, they've suffered quite a lot in the first episode, but, it is what it is. We've got some detached guns here, some Parrott rifles. I'm going to just, I want to just move these up, I think. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get a shot anywhere. Well, maybe they will. Alright, so let's get started with day 2 and see what happens. The main concern is this area, and of course, we'll need to see what they do over here with their infantry and cavalry, artillery, whatever they are. Sumner's guys. Here we go, day 2 starting. Straight into the action. I'm going to advance Taylor up a little bit to see if they can get a better shot with their mixed muskets. This is that regular brigade who's been giving us a headache for ages. Only 900 of them left. 2,200 casualties, but they're still just fighting. I mean, that's just, that doesn't happen for us, really. Quite content to let him launch an attack on our left flank here, if he will. I doubt he will. I'm going to start moving Kershaw around onto the flank to see if we can drive those guys off. Honestly, this regular brigade is invincible. 2,300 casualties there. 800 men left in the field. Pretty hard fighting for Elsie as well. The 2nd Brigade here, almost ready to run. Got to keep an eye on our left flank. Looks like he might actually be pushing in. Over here again, a bunch of your units. 1st Georgia Sharpshooters, VMI Infantry, Cockade Brigade here under Mahone. Yeah, they're finally broken. So we will continue to push from this flank. The road is going to advance up and around and hit these boys. There they go. We'll switch to a major victory now as well. So I don't usually let battles go to the 2nd day. It's just I did on this occasion because I've been playing this game for 3 hours yesterday and I needed a break from it. It was a very, very long fight. Let's have a look what's happening over here. So we're bombarding them. They come forward with cavalry. Oh, here they come. Let's get the 1st Georgia Sharpshooters involved here. Get some rounds into them. Marching straight, the Irish Brigade here march straight into the fire from 3 brigades plus artillery fire. That's not what you want to be doing. Yeah, they are done for. Retreating. Yeah, there they go. Okay. So let's get Fitzhugh-Lee mounted up. And let's see if we can't chase down some of this artillery. Not much time, only 29 minutes. So I doubt we're going to get too much done here. But it's nice to see a major victory in the peninsula. It certainly wasn't on the cards. Well, I mean, it wasn't guaranteed, I should say, rather than it wasn't on the cards. But it wasn't guaranteed that this would be a win. This was a hard fight. Let's just ×2 this since it was just a mopping up operation. Alright, nice. The more guns and rifles we can capture, the better for us, of course. Excellent. So, I mean, really, this cavalry division should be our prisoners. I don't know if they will be. Maybe they will. Because they're routed. And surrounded. I guess not. Major Confederate victory. So we lost 22 guns out of our 132. He lost 200 guns out of his 200. So that's a pretty bad blow, actually. So 7,900 infantry losses for us. 451 cavalry. 22 guns. 8,500 men overall out of a total of 45,300. They lost 15,000 out of 60,000 men engaged. So I would say this was a pretty good result. I mean, 8,500 casualties is pretty bad for us. But we've dealt them a hammer blow here. I just hope they don't retreat to North Carolina. I suspect they will. If they retreat to North Carolina, it means we're going to have 50,000 Union troops in our rear. And this being the AI, of course, they'll have no real supply constraints. Colonel Benning has fallen into disgrace. Really? Due to his battle honours, Major General Hughie has become famous and inspiration to his men. He was barely there. He only arrived right at the end, but, you know, fine. Let's see here, then. The enemy has reportedly suffered 15,000 casualties. Oh, because did it not count the captured men, maybe? Or was it 15,000? I can't even remember, actually. Even though I read it a few minutes ago. 15,242 casualties, 2,050 killed, 3,747 captured. That's a good result. The morale's believed to be unstable, you reckon? Our casualties were 8,500 men, 1,383 killed, 2,104 missing. I guess they were taken prisoner, maybe? Morale is determined. Supply situation is critical. We captured 6,800 rifles and 90 guns from the battlefield. If those guns are half decent, that's a great catch. We took 3,000 prisoners there, so that's pretty good. Even though, I mean, it says we captured 3,747, but only 3,101 went to our camps. I'm not sure why exactly, but let's just accept the victory for what it is and hope that these guys do not retreat into North Carolina. At least, hopefully, not all of them. We've still got the siege going on here at Drewry's Bluff, which we will have to deal with. They've still got some troops down here as well. The Army of the Potomac is now numbering, I'm sure you've seen that there, 104,000 men. That's pretty crazy. I have to say that so far, I'm really enjoying this 1862 start. It's a very, very tough campaign. Very, very tough indeed. What's going on? Unhappy. Let's have a look. Benning, it said, was disgraced. I don't really see why. Nobody did disgrace themselves here really at all. Where's Benning? The 70th Georgia Command, they did a nice job. They suffered 1,056 casualties. I mean, granted, they only inflicted 499, but they were in a tough spot and armed with muskets, you know. So, I mean, that's harsh. But let's have a quick look at the weapons. Did we capture anything good? We've got almost 500 Maynard carbines. Nice. Merrills, 130. So these are starting to trickle in from our order. You can see here 130 Jocelyn rifle carbines. We've got 148 Burnside carbines. I think we must have captured those. Weapons. Come on, let's see. Let's have something good here. I'm just going to go through slowly. Hall carbines, we've got 143. We've got 8 12-pound howitzers. I think we had them anyway. Richmond carbines, we've got a handful of them. We've got 25 10-pound Parrots, that's awesome. And 42 3-inch ordnance, so we captured some really good weapons here. That's a really good haul. So we got 67 excellent rifled guns. That's really good. Really awesome. Only 3,700 Springfield rifle muskets, so I guess we captured about 3,000 of those. That's disappointing. Our Fateville's are on order. We've got 237 of those starting to trickle in. Going to be another 250 days for all of them to get here. We've got 20 Napoleons, so we captured some great weapons here, and we've got 4,000 Springfield muskets. Now, I thought we would have captured more rifles than that, but, you know, it is what it is. It's fine. We've got 3,700 to give out, so at least we can equip another brigade with rifles, and that's going to be important. I'm actually going to go and I'm going to equip them over here in the Army of Mississippi, because this is going to be our next fight here, or coming up anyway. Let's have a look. Somebody else needs rifles, because the equipment of this army is shocking. Saying that, I click on some decent equipment to start with. So Polk's Corps is actually pretty well armed. So we've got Springfield muskets and Enfield rifles for these boys. Guns, nearly all 6-pounders, but thankfully we just captured some. So I'm going to go through the guns and I'll sort them out in a moment. Let's have a look here. Bragg's Corps, Enfields, Springfield muskets, mixed muskets, mixed, and Springfield. So I mean, yeah, the Habsburg Brigade. I think you requested Fateville's, but we haven't got them yet. I'm going to give you Springfield rifle muskets for now. You'll get the Fateville's once they arrive. That means we can increase one of these guys to have Springfield muskets, because we just got Springfield muskets from upgrading the previous ones. That's good. So still quite a lot of mixed muskets, but I'm wary of not having that much to go around. So let's check Hardy's Corps, Springfield muskets, mixed muskets. Yeah, so their infantry, Hindman's infantry division is very poorly armed. Alright, so we've got 300 rifles left. It's no good. 1,600. I don't think that's enough to equip any of these brigades. No. Ah, yes it is. Patton Anderson's brigade. Not that Springfield muskets are good, but they are a lot better than mixed muskets. At least they have a bayonet. So Breckenridge's guys under Claiborne there, at least all armed with Springfield muskets. The artillery is a real problem over here. It's nearly all 6-pounders. And that is it for weapons, I'm afraid. There's nothing else left. Disappointing haul on the rifle front, really. Yeah, I thought we would have had more than that, but, you know, that's what it is. You've just got to make do. We did capture good artillery in that. That's nice to know. I'm going to have a little look through the artillery pieces we've got available. So Polk's Corps. The artillery is attached to their divisions. Where have we got the separate Hardy? They've got separate artillery division. So let's upgrade these boys. I like to have an artillery division equipped with rifles. At least we need at least one per battle, I think. So we're going to give these 3-inch ordnance out to these guys. So Martin's division. Martin's not looking amazing. Let's see if we can find somebody better than that to command our artillery division. Who we got here? Mercer. Same. Joseph Anderson. Administration 3. Leadership 2. That might be a one to go for. Randolph looks alright. French. Yeah, let's go with French. There we are. So that's a decent artillery division. That actually 26 rifle guns. And then we've got Breckenridge. He's also got rifles. He's also got an artillery division under Saunders. Let's check him out. He's not great, but as we saw there was not really anybody sensational available. So let's have a look. 3-inch ordnance rifles there already. So we only need to upgrade 2. Let's do that straight away. Give them the 3. Let's give them some Parrots. And then I'm going to actually take the 6-pound field gun out and I'm going to put it in the Claiborne's division so they've got artillery attached. Alright, so that gives them 10-pounder Parrots times 12 and 3-inch ordnance rifles times 11. So that's a decent battery of guns. 36 guns there. We've got no cavalry weapons to give out, unfortunately. That's Forrest up here with his brigade attached straight to Johnston. Okay, so I feel like this army is in an okay place now. Well, it's certainly a better place than it was, weapons-wise. We still do have quite a lot of 6-pounder guns, so let's just upgrade a couple of these to Napoleons. We did capture 20 of those, so yeah. At least there's one there. And let's do Cheatham's batteries here. We'll upgrade those guys as well if we can. We can't. Only got 7 left. Oh, we've got 6 20-pounder Parrot rifles. I didn't even notice those. That's pretty good. A 20-pound Parrot. That's not to be sniffed at. So, next thing to do, I need to make some sort of recruiting force in Mississippi. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So another kind of administrative area. So Mississippi. Not Joe Johnston. We're keeping him for something else. Who's this guy? Samuel Jones? Nah. We've got artillery set still? Yes, we have. Gideon Pillow. He'll do nicely for that. 2 in administration. And, I mean, he doesn't need anything else, to be honest. It's not going to be the Army of the Mississippi. We already have that. Let's call this the Mississippi District. I'm going to recruit some troops in here. Not millions, just a few. Let's see if they've got anybody actually from Mississippi. Yes, we've got 4,000. Let's go ahead. We'll do 2,250-man infantry brigade. And let's do some cavalry here. Let's do some horse artillery. Grigsby, looking pretty damn good, actually. Annoyingly, that's 7 guns. I had thought about giving them those Parrot rifles, the 6 that we've got. We've got 7,000 men from Kentucky, so maybe we'll make a Kentucky division. Let's go ahead and make a medium-sized horse artillery battery from Florida. And He looks decent as well, actually. And let's see if we can give these 6 of those. So let's give those guys the 20-pound Parrots. 20-pound Parrot horse artillery. Oh, you can't. Maybe it's too heavy. All right, that makes sense, actually. I did think it was a bit too much to ask, unless I'm just missing it somewhere. I don't think so, though. It's not even showing up. Was I just dreaming that we had that? Well, they can have 12-pound howitzers instead. No, there they are. So we definitely had them. We just can't give any out because we only got 6. Shame. Right, so Mississippi District, 6,000 men getting recruited in. Alrighty then. So I was interrupted by the door, so I lost the flow a little bit here. But so we've increased the weapons, and we're going to push on the Army of Tennessee. That's going to happen any moment now. So I'm hoping that the 4th Corps is going to retreat back down the peninsula here. The 2nd Corps is already on this side of the river. I don't really see how they managed to engage, but, you know, they did. And their 3rd Corps with 29,000 men, which somehow managed to capture our prison camp. You know, which bullshit. They are besieging Drury's Bluff, but our Reserve Corps has also joined that fight. I'm going to send Yuji down there to help with it as well. We've left ourselves quite open here in Northern Virginia. There's nothing here to stop these guys. McDowell has not moved with his 27,000 men, which is good news for us. Banks has also seemed to be stopped in the Shenandoah with his 5th Corps. We pulled out with the Valley District under Jackson. They're just recovering around here. But we have moved across to the Department of Southwestern Virginia under Loring, which is, again, it's left us really exposed here. Time will tell what will come of this. We've also got the Coast Division marching around here with 10,000 men. It's like, it's a very, very hard strategic scenario, this. I'm setting this fleet down here under Poindexter to blockade. Hopefully we can blockade their supply routes. Alright then, so I'm going to give orders to go up here. I'm kind of reluctant to do that, but we're going to try, and I'm going to see how this goes. Now, I've been assured in the comments that even though some of these guys are in orange readiness, that's going to be fine. I hope that's correct. Because if not, we're in deep trouble there. Okay, let's press play. Let's get started. Let's see where this campaign's going. A disaster for the Union. The Confederates stand firm. Federal volunteers skedaddle. Yeah. Yeah, so the 2nd Corps is retreating southwards. The Coast Division is coming up. It looks to me they're all going to North Carolina or not. No, maybe not. I don't actually know. They just seem to be jumping around the place here. It's hard to say what's actually going on. I had ordered the Department of Southwest to come across, but actually I'm going to leave them in the Shenandoah. Sorry, mate. Contradicting your orders when you already started moving. Alright, Breckenridge hasn't moved off yet. Is the 1st Corps on the march? Yes. The 1st Corps is on the march, but lagging behind a bit. I'm going to give the Bishop... I was going to say I'm going to give him double time orders, but I'm not. So these guys are miles behind. 48,000 men there now. I wish I hadn't bothered giving the advance order because we can't fight that. Well, we can fight it, but it's going to be really difficult, especially with Breckenridge all the way behind there and the Bishop miles behind as well. Bragg's right up there, so is Hardy. Yeah, okay. 4 and 5 hours away. So the Army of the Mississippi, under Grant, 45,600 men. And we will get to this fight in the next episode. I hope you're going to tune in for it and check out this battle. It won't be long for it to come out. I'll try and do it tomorrow, or maybe the next day. Depends how busy I am with work. This should be an interesting fight. We've got 31,000 infantry in the field, 3,200 cavalry, 112 guns. We're going to face 45,600 infantry men under Grant with 688 cavalry and 120 guns. So we are outnumbered. If it's an offensive scenario for us, I think we're going to have to be very, very cautious and keep the option of withdrawing in mind, because we're going to feel fewer than 35,000 men. So we're going to be outnumbered by 10,000. If Grant's on the offensive, I'm quite happy to come and let him come at us. But if we've got to attack, like I say, we've got to be careful. 48,000 men is more than I thought he would have. A lot more. And then we've got the Army of Ohio just behind here with 22,000. All right, so I'm going to load this in, and I'll see you in the next episode for the actual battle. Whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a great day. If you're new here, remember to subscribe. I'll see you later. Ta-ra for now.